What happens to your spine after 10 hours? Sitting right now, somewhere in your spine, a slow kind of damage is already starting. You can't feel it yet. That's exactly what makes it dangerous. Every hour you spend sitting adds another layer to something your body will pay for later. 10 hours at a desk doesn't just tire you out, it rewires your entire spine. And by hour 10, your body is a completely different structure than it was at hour 1. This is the hour-by-hour breakdown of what actually happens inside you. Not theory, not guesswork. What's physically occurring in your discs, muscles, and nerves. Because the pain you feel at night didn't start at night. It started hours earlier, quietly, while you were focused on something else entirely. Most people blame their mattress, their chair, even their age, but the real cause is usually sitting in front of them all day, unnoticed. So here's the question worth asking. What is actually happening to your spine, hour by hour, while you sit? Not in general, not someday, today, right now, as you read this. Because your spine isn't waiting for tomorrow to react. It's reacting already, beneath the surface, cumulatively, starting from the very first minute you sit down. So let's go back to hour 1, back to the moment this whole process quietly begins. Before the pain, before the stiffness, before you even notice anything is wrong, this is where it starts. De Cirolo. You sit down, nothing dramatic happens. No pain, no warning sign, but inside your spine, something shifts immediately, before you've even opened your laptop. Standing, your spinal discs carry a certain amount of pressure, evenly distributed. The moment you sit, that pressure jumps by roughly 40%. Your discs are small cushions between each vertebra built to absorb shock. Sitting compresses them from the front, squeezing fluid toward the back. This is why standing desks became popular. Sitting is simply harder on discs. At minute 1, this is barely noticeable. Your body adjusts without complaint, but your discs don't reset the second you stand up again. They need time to rehydrate, to pull fluid back in and recover. If you're sitting continuously, that recovery window never actually arrives. By the 30-minute mark, the pressure has already outlasted your body's buffer. This is where most people are still completely unaware anything is happening. There's no ache yet, no stiffness, just quiet, invisible compression. At the 1 hour mark, your lower discs are under sustained, uneven load. The front of each disc thins slightly. The back bulges, just barely. It's a small shift, but it's the first domino in a longer chain. Your body starts compensating almost instantly, shifting weight to relieve the pressure. That compensation usually means leaning forward, rounding your lower back further, which, ironically, increases the very pressure your body was trying to escape. By hour 2, your discs are measurably flatter than when you sat down. Still no pain. Still no obvious sign. That's the part that fools people. The damage at this stage is reversible if you move soon enough. But your body isn't planning to move soon. It's settling in. And that settling is exactly what opens the door to what comes next. By hour 3, something less obvious but more permanent starts happening. Your muscles begin shutting off. Your glutes, the largest muscles in your body, are built for one main job: stabilizing your hips. But when you sit, they go almost completely silent. This isn't just inactivity, it's a phenomenon researchers call gluteal amnesia. The muscle literally forgets how to fire properly, even when you stand back up. Meanwhile, a different muscle is doing the opposite, tightening instead of switching off. It's called the psoas, and it connects your spine directly to your hip. Every hour you sit, your psoas shortens a little more, pulling your hips forward. This single muscle is one of the biggest hidden causes of lower back pain. At hour 3, you probably won't feel the psoas tightening directly. What you'll feel instead is a strange tightness when you finally stand up. That's your hip flexors, locked into a shortened position for hours straight. Your body doesn't leave this compensation unanswered. It recruits other muscles to help. Your lower back muscles start overworking, trying to stabilize a hip that's stuck. Muscles meant for movement are now working overtime just to hold you still. By hour 4, this compensation pattern is no longer occasional. It's your new default. Your glutes stay quiet. Your psoas stays short. Your lower back carries the load. None of this shows up on a scan. There's no visible injury yet, but your movement patterns have already started shifting, even in small everyday actions. Notice how you might avoid fully extending your hips when you finally get up. That hesitation isn't random. It's your body protecting a position it's used to now. The scary part isn't the 4 hours themselves. It's what happens if this repeats daily. Muscle memory works both ways. It can lock in dysfunction just as easily as strength. And by hour 4, your spine has one more layer of imbalance to carry. One that's about to start affecting something much higher up, your neck. By hour 5, the damage stops being just about your lower back. Your lower spine has a natural inward curve called lordosis, built for shock absorption. Hours of sitting slowly flatten that curve, especially if your chair lacks support. A flattened lower spine shifts weight onto structures never designed to carry it. But the more visible change is happening higher up, in your neck. Somewhere around hour 5, your head has drifted forward, closer to the screen. You didn't decide to do this. Fatigue pulled you there gradually. For every inch your head moves forward, its effective weight roughly doubles. A head that normally weighs 10 or 12 pounds can feel like 30. Your neck and upper back muscles are now holding that extra weight, hour after hour. This is called forward head posture, and it rarely reverses on its own. By hour 6, your upper spine starts adapting to match this new position. The muscles at the base of your skull stay in constant, low-grade tension. This is usually where people first notice something, a dull ache at the neck's base. Many blame stress or bad sleep, without realizing it built up hours earlier. At the same time, your flattened lower spine is compounding the problem from below. Your body is now curved in the wrong places and straight where it shouldn't be. This combination has a name, a pattern often called upper crossed posture. It's not a random symptom. It's a predictable result of sustained sitting. By hour 7, this posture has started to feel almost normal to your body. That's the most dangerous part. Adaptation isn't the same as being fine. Your body is simply getting efficient at holding a position that's slowly hurting it. The tension you feel now is more than temporary discomfort. It's the visible signal of every hour of compensation stacking on top of itself. By hour 7, your spine is no longer reacting to sitting. It's operating from a new compromised baseline. By hour 8, everything that's been building quietly starts to compound. Your compressed discs, your silent glutes, your tightened neck, none of it exists in isolation anymore. They're now working together, or rather, working against you together. At this stage, your body starts producing something else, low-grade inflammation. Prolonged pressure and restricted movement trigger inflammatory markers around the spine. This isn't the kind of inflammation you can see. It's chemical, internal, cumulative. It's part of why sitting for long stretches is linked to chronic pain conditions. By hour 9, that inner disc fluid you lost earlier still hasn't been replaced. Your discs are now thinner and less able to absorb shock than they were this morning. This is the point where the risk of disc bulging becomes meaningfully higher, not because of one bad moment, but because of 9 hours without real recovery. Your spine structures are being asked to do a job they weren't built for today. Meanwhile, your nervous system is picking up on all of this, even without you noticing. Tension in your neck and lower back starts sending low-level stress signals to your brain. This is part of why long desk days leave people feeling drained, not just physically. By hour 10, you've reached what many specialists call a cumulative threshold. Individually, none of these changes were catastrophic. Together, they add up to something real. This is usually the exact moment people feel that first sharp twinge standing up. Not because something suddenly broke, because 10 hours of small damage just surfaced at once. That night ache in your lower back, it didn't start at night. It started at hour 1, built through hour 4, and locked in by hour 7. Hour 10 is simply where it finally becomes impossible to ignore. And here's the part that matters most for what comes next. Most of what happened today can still be reversed, if you understand which parts. Here's the part almost nobody tells you about all this damage. Disc compression, muscle silencing, even that low-grade inflammation, mostly reversible, if you act soon enough. Your discs can rehydrate. Your glutes can wake back up. Tension can release. But there's one change that doesn't reverse nearly as easily: the postural pattern itself. Once forward, head posture and flattened lordosis become your body's default. Muscle memory locks in. Your nervous system starts treating the bad posture as normal, not the good one. That's why stretching once in a while never seems to fix it long term. You're not just fighting tight muscles. You're fighting a pattern your body has memorized. The real turning point isn't found at hour 10. It's found much earlier. It's in what you do during hours 1 through 6 before the pattern sets. So what actually breaks this cycle instead of just easing it temporarily? The first shift isn't about sitting less. It's about never sitting still for too long. Standing or moving for just 2 minutes every 30 minutes resets disc pressure significantly. It doesn't need to be a workout. Even walking to refill water counts. The second shift targets your glutes directly, since sitting silences them so effectively. A short daily glute activation, simple bridges or squats, retrains that connection. It tells your nervous system these muscles still matter, still have a job. The third shift is about your head position, not just your back. Pulling your screen to eye level removes the forward pull that doubles your neck's load. None of these require expensive equipment. They require consistency, hour by hour, not once a week. Somewhere, right now, someone is on hour 6 of sitting, with no idea what's already changed. You don't have that excuse anymore. Now you know exactly what your spine is going through, hour by hour. So the next time you sit down, you'll know it's already begun.